Hello everyone, welcome back to Gelvin Valley, made by Wild Wild Wes for Farming Simulator 15. As you can see, or maybe you didn't see, I've done a lot of work off cam, taking care of these logs. I opted to do most of it off cam because the FPS was just getting hammered. And you'll notice the fruits of my labor, if you will. I not only have overcome my deficit, but have managed to get 300 some thousand ahead. That's for you, Russell. See, it is worth it to do a little logging. But now, what I need to do, you'll also notice I have a mere 2 minutes left on my truck and trailers. So let me dispense of them immediately. I had just enough time to do it. Let me return that. And alright, where's my trailer? Oh, here it is. Timber runner. Return that. I am really pleased how this came out here. I think I had until 10 in the morning to get them all sold. I managed to get them all sold by accumulating them all over kind of in this area. We can see just up and beyond over the river in there. So I'm gonna just tab back to my tractor here, and with 322,000 I got some choices to make and have already decided kind of how I want to spend the money. Maybe just to take a brief look. Let me see, Bank of Hagenstead. See, I am still 700 grand into my loan. Now, I could probably pay it down, but with this much money in my pockets, I think I want to spend it. So, and what I've been wanting to put in, I know I mentioned this several episodes ago, many episodes ago, is a sawmill. Now, I just sold, no, that's a pellet. Where's the sawmill? I just sold a whole bunch of logs, but in the future, I would really like to sell some wood pallets and get, a little bit more money for the value add. So let me try to, I think I need to have this approximately just so. That look about right. I want it far enough out the way. Don't want to, yeah, see, I want it enough out of the way that I can, there, maybe right about there. Alright, that's going to take 200 some. So this is going to, when we feed it some wood chips in here, and we put logs in here, it's going to yield a wood pallet here. And I am going to get some value add on that. I've programmed that in. We just need to, in the future, haul the logs up here. The trouble is, taking all the pallets to market, of course, is going to be a significant distance over the air, and it also is subject to the wood chip price, which could be depressed over time. And with all the logs that I just sold, I have a feeling I have destroyed the wood chip market for the foreseeable future. I also wanted to place something else. I don't think it's as expensive. Aha, here it is. And I'm gonna, let me zip up the hill here again. I wanted to put that, I think, kind of in between these buildings. Kind of, let me see here if I can figure out where, I don't mean to go this way. I think I want it, hold on a second. I want it open. See, this building here is a wood chip storage, so it's going to Now the output is that there trigger. And if I have it in here, like so, it'll be... Yeah, I just don't remember. Maybe for the moment, I will set it up kind of here to have it available so I can put wood chips in here. See, we're going to get wood chips over here, and so we can put it in there or put it in storage. I think there ends up being more wood chips produced than what is needed to... Actually, where do the wood chips come out now that I think about it? Oh yeah, they do come out here, but... Oh yeah, and then they go in over here. Sorry, I didn't know where the intake was. So they come out here, I need to put them in over here. So, but I believe there's more than enough outputted. I should have plenty left over that I can make some pellets out of them by putting them in here. And then there's other things that can be done with the pellets. But even with all of that, you'll notice I still have 57,000 in the bank, and at this point, I feel like I've just rushed to do something. I know the next thing I believe I wanted to do, now that I put that in, I have a whole mess down over the hill that needs to be taken care of, you know, with pulling all the stumps, with replanting, and I'm going to do that at some point. But right now, as I look at the time, I do need to start tending to the fields. So I believe what I'm going to do, I have this tractor over here. I'm wondering if, because I know I've done this in the past, I have leased a stronger, let me see here, how much horsepower do I need? Let's see, I'm on the regular category, cultivators, because the tractor that I have is pretty, I think I can handle this, well, not even that one. I can maybe handle, you know, I can't even handle that. I believe I have like 160 horsepower, but according to this rating, I'm not even able to pull this. Although I think I've done these before. The point is I think I need to have a little more sauce under the hood, if you will. See, this one, 250, 400, 300. Now, what are my options? I know there was a couple modded tractors I just loved, but if I need, see, this has 500 horsepower. That's 1,300 an hour. Yeah, these are much smaller. 220, 200. Hey, you're going the wrong way. Don't go down. That's 145. Yeah, these are all decreasing. These, of course, are smaller. How much is this? 263. Yeah, that just isn't enough. 120. So if I want 400, I gotta get this one here. I don't remember. Let's see, how much does it cost? Rent, 1,300 an hour. This is half of that. Maybe I need to see what the in-game tractors look like. Let me go in here. Oh, 130. Let's see, one of these in here. I must have a T6, maybe? Yeah, these are not enough punch under the hood. T6, yeah, I have this one here. See, it's only 160. So if that's 220. Keep going up. This is 435. You know, that's even better. That's 1,040. Ooh, that's the big daddy. Let me see here. These two are equivalent. This is a little cheaper. The ad is 320. Now, which one did I want to get? I was thinking of a cultivator. I mean, if I got this one here, it says I need 300 horse. And this, I believe, is the largest of the cultivators. So, yeah. Why don't I rent that? It's massive, but I think it folds nicely, so I should be able to get it into most areas. So rent, I don't know how many hours I need it. I need to do it for 5 hours. I got a lot of fields. And then, let me just go out to get the tractors. This, not this one. No, this one here maybe. 993, that's 400. But this one here is just able to handle it. It's 846 an hour. So let me get that also for 5 hours. And I'm so glad and thankful to have some money in the bank. This will allow me to hopefully get some good work done. So I gotta say, I am tickled pink. That effort in selling the trees, I believe, was worth it. So I just gotta, let me make sure I have this set up right. I don't think I'm gonna do the rocks this particular time. Turn on field detection. Hold on here, let me see. Okay, so hopefully that means we won't mess up any field boundaries. Because if I do, let's see, that says turn on. Well, we'll know here in a moment if I'm going to need to fix anything. Let me see here. Let me just try to see if I can do something innocuous down here to determine if I'm on or... Well, this is probably good enough. Okay, hold on. See? Alright, so it is... Oh, that's so deceptive. You know, when it says turn off field detection, it supposedly is on, but it's creating new fields. So, boom, I need to turn that back off, and now that means I should be able to zip around here with, yeah, and this will keep my nice field boundaries. Already I could feel the horsepower being a little challenged in this tractor. And, oh, I just saw something that I need to describe further here at some point. I'll maybe wait till I have a patch of them. It has to do with the weeds. And I want to share the little modding bit that I did. Oh, it's just a tire track. Oh, here it is. Okay, so see this patch of weeds. Now in the past, as you can see, I've got field under here. It always bugged me that, you know, when I would come through with the, like I'm doing now with a cultivator, that it did nothing with them. But watch this. This time, I am wiping them off the face of the map, as it were. Let me back up just a little bit. Oops. So, let me get up around the corner, and then I want to show something real quick as to how that was done. So if you have something you want to get rid of, that you're able to do that. Let me see. I'm gonna get rid of some here. I don't think I got everything in the corner. Just let me process that. I'm trying to take... Yeah, this will be nice. I'm just getting rid of a whole bunch of weeds. Sorry, Wes. But it feels good to be taking these things out. as it'll feel like I'm really properly now doing the fields. And would be illustrating, what would really happen if a cultivator or other tillage equipment was brought in and did this in real life. And you see also, there's a green area kind of a little larger than normal around the fields, and I think reflects some of the work that I did in the editor to correct some of the edges of the fields, just to try to make them a wee bit more uniform. Oh, I'm doing terrible in keeping this. This cultivator steers differently than the other ones that I've used in here, probably because it has such a long tongue. And there's some more weeds that went down. Okay, I think I got that. Let me pick up before I back up. That's still a mod I have yet to create. Alright, this is pretty good now. Let me get turned here, and then I want to share something. The soil is dark, of course, because, an attempt was made to fertilize this. So we're working the fertilizer into the ground, which is something I wanted to do. But anyway, let me hop out of game real quick. I'd love to show you something. Okay, here is the sample mod map for Gelvin Valley. You can kind of see here in the title up here. Here's the code that I added, and I studied the Lua code for the game, and it had certain types of foliage that comes in the map that, for whatever reason, I noticed the cultivators and that kind of thing would take it out, but there was other kind that it wouldn't. Well, it turns out the kinds of foliage that it takes out are the ones that the giants put in there themselves. Anytime the player adds additional layers of foliage, it doesn't just take those out. So, although some of them it didn't, so if there is forest grass, jonks, I don't even know how to say all of this, but these are the additional foliage is. For more of these, Eisenhut, I've seen that in many maps, but what this is doing is it is looking for the foliage layers in the map's i3D file. So I happen to know that this map has all of these. I'm giving it an ID, and somehow, it's been a little while since I've studied it, but the game remembers these, and I'm just adding it in with a little code. I'm hooking this function to put it in there, appending it at the bottom of it, so that it remembers these, and the way it's set up is so that they all get taken out when you cultivate or when you plow. And I can't remember if I added these on another. I don't think I did. I think that these are all handled by the Giants code itself, just by doing this. And I'm really, I don't know what these mean, although I can figure this out. I don't remember -7, -2. I don't remember what that means. I know that it's searching for the E's in the i3D file, and somehow when it finds it, it just knows to get rid of it when you plow. Now, probably some other steps could be taken that would be fun too, because if you come in with a mower, it should also be able to get rid of these particular foliage layers, or the combine, cutting it with the header. Instead, when you lower the header and go through it, of course, it does nothing. It leaves the weeds standing just like normal. But this will then take them out. So let's go back to our game, and I'm gonna continue going here. And I'm now wondering if maybe I should have taken the larger tractor, because I can tell this bogs down, a little coming uphill. I don't remember what the normal pace was for cultivation, but I think it's a little faster. Yeah, see, it's going up almost double. So, yeah, I'm gonna have to maybe try to go across hills with this, to make sure I can get the whole farm done. But this is kind of fun. I haven't used this tractor before, so I'll get to use it here a bit, just in lease form. The size above it for the New Hollands, I have used a ton back in the day when Farm Sim 15 was the active game of the Giants franchise. The one with crawler tracks kind of on the back side of the tractor, I've used that one a lot. It has a lot of horsepower, it's very versatile, and I know there's some guys, they don't like getting the articulated tractors because they're just more unwieldy. Whoops, looks like I missed a fertilized spot there. So that's something I learned, with a chop straw mod in here, it's kind of hard to tell where you fertilized and where you did it. So, I may try to do it differently next time. Maybe waiting until I've cultivated before applying fertilizer. But I do like doing it this way because it seems a little more realistic that you would do it this way in real life and have cultivate the fertilizer in. Well, that made quick work of that. I get through a teeny tiny door for 8. We're going to see if we can. I think I can. Except I want to go uphill. We'll head on up here to field number 23, which is right below where we put our new sawmill. So, kind of get a picture as to how that looks up on the hill. Over our rickety bridge. Yeah, that looks pretty good up there. One thing I will do when I close this particular session here, recording, is I'm going to fix the save game file for the placement of the pellet maker and the sawmill. I had to do some modding of the area up there. I think there was a much earlier episode where I kind of described that. See, this isn't going to pull those bushes out too, is it? Oh yes, it pulls the bushes too. Alright, well. But anyway, I had to make some additional room up there in order to fit everything in. I had to chop the hill out a little bit in order to get the sawmill that I wanted to fit right in that area. I could have put it in another area, but for whatever reason, I really liked the idea of it being up the hill here. So, oh yeah, take out them there weeds. Why aren't you... There's a significant... Oh, I see what it is. There's some of the chopped straws up the hill. But you know what? I don't need to take all that out. I'm going to end up taking out all that grass and lose... Anyway. Oh, yeah. This is the downside of a cultivator that is a little too wide for a map that has lots of bumps in it. Doesn't always just hang on the ground. And I may, with this area up here, I may just come in here and replant it to grass. I'm still trying to decide. It's tempting to keep it up here, but it's kind of a pain in the neck too. There. So I may just bring the planter up in here and change it to grass and be done with it. Although I'd say of any map, where a nook in the field like this would fit, it's probably this one here. Yeah, see, it's taking out the bushes too. So, coming along with this cultivator, that code that I showed you, I mean, look what it's doing. It's pulling even the bushes out, which is probably a little unrealistic. And it's permanent too, so the next time we come in game, those bushes are going to be gone. Although painstakingly placed by Wild Wes, we are kind of undoing it. Yeah, see there, we're wiping some out. Oh, and this is now swinging downhill, so it's going to grab even more. I'm trying not to take them actually, but some of it I think is kind of unavoidable. And this field here, it took me a little while, but I fixed the edges, so that it was smoothed up, got it off of some of the uneven, so it's going to do that, uneven terrain. Just this, I've noticed that before. These implements behave kind of like a pendulum when you have them on any type of uneven surface, that it doesn't like. Oh, more bushes taken out. But it won't take out the trees. And I wish taking it along the edge here, it's probably something I would need to fix in the Lua code. I wish it would let the grass regrow, but I have a feeling that once the grass is removed, kind of along these edges like this, that it isn't coming back. So, and I know for sure the bushes won't regrow, but I think that also applies to the grass. Unfortunately. Well, I'm down to just a couple minutes. In the past couple episodes, and I maybe can cover this quick, I've been talking about Christmas traditions. We just came through that season of year, and I mentioned 4 areas, in my personal life. I know we all potentially have these areas, well, maybe most of them, where Christmas traditions are exercised each year because they have meaning to all of us. And I mentioned in my personal life, my extended family, but then there's 2 other areas. One with the church that I'm part of, and the other with I skipped some spots there. The other with my place of business, employment, if you will, where we do our work. So, got just a couple minutes. Maybe I'll mention church. And obviously, to church, Christmas has a different meaning than what it has to the secular world. But in our church, some of the things we do each year, right after the Thanksgiving holiday here in the U.S., there's a special little hymnal that shows up in our church pews, and it is nothing but Christmas carols in there. And those, I think they were gone this past Sunday. It's now post-Christmas, so let me see here. Can I get this? Let me make it a little bit bigger. I don't need that. Oops. How do I get rid of... No, not that. That's the work with... There we go. There we go. try to harness the power of GPS. Hopefully it doesn't have any skips. So for a number of services in between, basically the month of December, if you will, but in between Thanksgiving and Christmas, we have lots of opportunities to sing carols just during our regular service. Our church, we do a lot of congregational singing, so I know in the past we did more caroling, this time of year. Now I think we try to invite people in, so we have a what we call a singing in our church fellowship center, where it's focused on songs of Christmas. So we try to do that. There's lots of treats to come there, so always good when you have people together. You sing and fellowship a little and then eat something. That always adds to the evening. Our Sunday school has a program that they put on. Each grade has their own pieces or whatever. There's a special evening for a church where we observe all that, and there's kind of a tradition there. They hand out bags of candy and peanuts and various other snacks and that kind of thing to everyone. And a Christmas Day service, whenever that lands. It could be, if it's on a Monday, we just had a Christmas service the day before, or a regular service the day before, but we'll meet again the following day and enjoy it again for the spirit of Christmas. So that's kind of what we do as a church. I know probably others have their own practices, and this silly thing just skipped, which is kind of disappointing. Let me see if I can get uphill here. And can I adjust? Let me see here. I gotta make this narrower. And let me make that a little narrower. And I'll keep trucking here. And everybody probably heard the bell ring, so I will let you go at present. And thank you all for coming along just to hear me ramble a little bit. Hope everyone is having a great day, and I will see you on the next one. Goodbye.